And I'm about to start crying. I'm 29 years old. And my birthday is February. I'm a Pisces. That means that I'm about to be 30 years old. And it's like, hold on. And it feels like as the day go by, like, and it's getting closer, I'm like, damn, like I saw myself in a different position. It took me this long to see that. Like, why did it take me this long to see that? And it sucks. It really sucks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So glad to have you here joining me and Ampu. And these are the consequences of waiting for too long, pushing it too far, and thinking that you can have your cake and eat it too. That life is life. Life and biology and nature don't care about your feelings, don't care about your plans. There is a time for everything. And you didn't spend time thinking about a family. So let's listen to this woman, guys. Let's have damn it, wish I could talk. Let's have an analysis together and leave me your comments down below of what you think. Let's get started. And actually, I'm gonna play, some sad piano music. Ampu, please. This is sad. Let's give it a listen.
So, I never get on TikTok, and I don't get on TikTok to do this. But I don't know who else might be feeling the same way I am. And I'm about to start crying. I'm 29 years old. And my birthday is February. I'm a Pisces. That means that I'm about to be 30 years old. And it's like, hold on. And it feels like as the day go by, like, and it's getting closer, I'm like, damn, like I saw myself in a different position at this age. Don't get me wrong, I'm so proud of myself. I've accomplished a lot of things in life, but I just saw myself in a different position.
Yeah, but she feels empty. You cannot lie to your human nature. We are made to be social. We are made to share our lives with significant others. Women are made to want men and men to want women. It's natural. You cannot lie to it. And your career, your accomplishments, which, good job about that. Honestly, if you have a career, if you've really worked your behind off, good job. But there's just a time for everything. You cannot start a family in your 30s. Or, well, even if you succeed, which a very small proportion of women do, it's not going to be the same as if you did it in the according time, which is in your 20s. Guys, it's the same with, let's say, men, for example, bulking up. You cannot do it at 60, you know what I mean? Like, there is a time to bulk up. There is a time in which your muscles are, better accommodated to do that. And probably you can bulk up at 60, but it's just going to be way harder. So the analogy here is picture a man that eats McDonald's and Burger King all his life, and he plays video games all day, and he doesn't move out of the couch. And then he gets to 40 and he says, well, I want to bulk up and have this 10 out of 10 body in the next 2 months. It's not going to happen. It's the same with these women, guys. They chase their careers. They go with the hookups. They go with the situationships. They have their fun, the hot girl summers, the nights out on the club. And then when they get to 30, or suddenly, oh, wow, I need a family by tomorrow. I need in the couple of a few months to find the perfect fit and to start producing children. It's not going to work that way.
And I'm just now realizing certain things that I need to change. But it took me this long, obviously. It took me this long to see that. Like, why did it take me this long to see that? And it's
Because the culture sucks. The culture pushes this narrative that women should be modern and independent and chase after careers and climb the corporate ladder, etc. And you can do that even when having children, but you have to have your priorities straight. You have to know your priorities. And your priority should be your family, not your career, especially when you are younger. Again, you can chase both, but it just accommodate to the needs of life. You cannot change the rules. You cannot have children by 50. You cannot bulk up when you are 70. You just cannot do it.
Sucks. It really sucks.
And of course, gentlemen, don't get the wrong idea that I'm defending this woman by saying, oh, it's the culture that manipulated you. Yes, the culture certainly is an influence, but I'm sure that along her life, many friends or family have talked about this with her, and she has thought about her. She just didn't care enough. Just didn't care enough to prioritize a family over her career.
It sucks so bad. Almost about to be 30, and it's like I'm trying to express how I feel, and I can't. Like, I can't get the words out of my mouth. I just know that it's like I feel like I'm starting from scratch. Fuck. To all those girls, I just hope I'm not the only one that feels like that.
Definitely not. In fact, all women feel like that. Because again, as mentioned, you cannot lie to biology. You cannot change the nature of who you are. Women just want men. They want a family. They want someone nearby, same as men. You cannot fill that spot. You cannot fill that emptiness with a career and money.
Anyways, I don't want to like be on this app and be like this sad shit, because I'm not like that at all. If you follow my Instagram, you know that's not me. I don't. But this is gonna be like my new journey. I want to laugh and cry at the same time. You ever felt like that? Like, it's like I want to laugh and cry, because it's like I'm happy that I acknowledge it now, and I'm willing to change all those things so I can become the best version of myself.
The best version of yourself was in your 20s, but Ampu, can you please hit the gong? Because bravo, guys, this woman figured it out. It only took her 30 years to realize, you know, what life is about and what priorities she should have. But hey, she realized it. It's over, you know, it's too late, but hey, she realized it. Bravo. Just, I'm gonna throw a party in your honor. But going back to the case, madam, it's over. I'm not saying you cannot find a man, because all women can find a man, even if they are 50. They just have so many options nowadays. But these women that are, you know, get to 30, they have this, you know, this really specific attitude, you know, and I'm in my 20s, but I know what I'm talking about. Like, I've met so many of these women, and I'm sure you gentlemen know them as well. They have this specific attitude of desperation, you know, and just trying to find a man. And ironically enough, they have more standards and expectations than they should have. You know, you'll think that because they are 30 and they have less value, they will sort of accommodate to that and think, well, I have to provide more and you know, and expect less because of my situation. But no. Women at that age, ironically enough, they have more standards, more expectations. They're extremely picky. You know, they constantly turn away men, excuse me, because they, you know, they want something better. Like, we all have that aunt that is still single and is absolutely desperate and is, you know, trying to get every guy, you know, to pay attention to her. But going back to her, guys, it's just over. Because she won't accept the men that she deems below her, and the men who are, you know, good men and have value, they are just leagues above her. The time when she had her peak value has already passed, and with all the things she comes, they're just baggage, all right? They're just baggage. And hey, we should think about that sooner.
once again in a different level.
Sorry guys, just one more thing. The reason why I say it's over, it's because it's literally over. Now you might say, oh, but I learned from that. Well, good job, but it's still over. You know what I mean? Like, if you waste 4 years of your life on a university degree that you will never need, that's it. You wasted 4 years of your life. Now, you may learn from that and say, well, it was not worth it. But still, you cannot take back those 4 years that you've wasted. You cannot take back the money that you spent on that useless degree that is not going to do you any good. All right? Yes, you learn from it, but you still crapped the bed, you know? That's it. You cannot change that. So this woman, even though if she learned, if she has become this really wise senpai guru about dating, okay, good job. But you are still in your 30s. Your prime has already passed, and men are going to look you in a different light.
But I'm crying and laughing. This is so weird. Anyways, here's to restarting my life. Learning new things, relearning new things, rebuilding myself mentally, physically, emotionally. Because I know for a fact my 30s is going to be my prime year. I learned what I needed to learn as a 20-year-old. I made many mistakes and I learned, and now we're restarting.
Yeah, I made many mistakes. Translation, she has been with multiple men who didn't value her. She didn't value her body. She didn't value her time. Didn't value her commitment. But now she expects out of the next guy to value all those things. It's not going to happen, madam. You already have a dating history that talks and speaks a lot about yourself. You're a liability because your dating experience says, you know, hints at the idea that you could divorce a man for no reason, that you could divorce him because you want to swap him for something better, you know. It's like, you're just not a good asset. You don't have a good dating market value. And men are going to see that. Men with high value anyway. Men who respect themselves and think about their future. And these are the ones you chase after. Because again, guys, this woman could immediately find a guy tomorrow that is willing to marry her. But she doesn't care about these men. She wants the high value men. But the high value men look at her and just think to themselves, I just have better options. Like, maybe if you were the last woman on earth, then maybe I would consider it. But as is, I just have women who are younger. They haven't been around with multiple men. They don't come with emotional baggage. They don't have trauma with all these past relationships and situationships that didn't work and that broke this woman apart. You know what I mean?
The right way. Position at this.
So I completely understand.
So here ends the TikTok, and now we have another one, which is this woman reacting to the first woman. I haven't watched this video. I'm expecting a lot of cope and a lot of things like, oh, you know, it doesn't care that you're in your 30s. It doesn't matter, excuse me, that you're in your 30s. You go, queen. But let's have a listen, guys, and leave me your comments down below.
Understand how this young lady is feeling. I am 29, going to be 30 next year. And I feel like I'm just not where I thought I would be at this age, going on 30. And don't get me wrong, I have done a lot, accomplished a lot, been blessed, a lot to be thankful for. A lot of good things have happened in my 20s, but it still just feels as if I'm not where I'm supposed to be. And it also doesn't help that I feel like time is going by super fast, and I feel like I'm kind of just watching my life pass me by in a sense, because a lot of the major things I would have hoped to accomplish or where I would like to be is just hasn't happened, or it's not happening. Relationships, for example, I thought by now I would be married, in a house, a couple kids, got the kid down packed, but the relationship aspect, the dating aspect, it's a struggle. And I feel like as I'm getting older, it's getting more difficult. And it doesn't help.
I didn't quite understand. I think she's a single mother. That's what I understood. So, like, she got the kid, but she doesn't have the relationship. Isn't it ironic, guys, how women will often say, I want a man, not a boy. Yet they end up with a boy and not a man. You know, they end up with a kid and no man around.
The fact that as women get older, we're always told that, oh, you're not in your prime anymore. Once you're out of your 20s, once you're in your 30s, you're old and you're no longer valuable and this, that, and the third. Just a lot of discouraging shit about women getting older. And
Yeah, what did I tell you guys? It's like many people have been telling these women, don't push it too far. Don't wait around. Family is more important than your career. Your career won't last forever. Your career doesn't care about you. That they can swap you for another person in one day. They won't remember you after you leave your company or your position. Your family does care about you. Your family will be around in your deathbed. Your family, your husband will stick around. Focus on that. You know, make that your priority. You can still work. No one is forcing you to be a stay-at-home mother. Nobody is forcing you to be a baby-producing machine that just cooks and cleans and sleeps and that's it. No, you can do both things. Just focus on the family. Prioritize that in your early years. But they never do, guys. And this is why I absolutely do blame them. And I hold them responsible because they had their chance. They just, again, didn't care enough.
it's just like, why should I feel a type of way about getting older, right? I should be happy. I should be thankful that I'm getting blessed with more years of life. But it also just feels like as time is going by and things are just not happening or turning out the way I expected it to, kind of makes me feel like I'm failing in a sense. Like, go.
Yes, you are. And who is to blame, guys? Who is to blame? Are men to blame? Are women to blame? Is the government to blame? No, it's just nature. It's just biology. You can't have kids after a certain age. Having a family takes time, takes planning, takes, having your priorities right. In the same way as bulking, going to the gym takes time, building up muscle takes time, getting to have a good diet takes time. You cannot expect it to happen in 1 or 2 months. And it's the same with the family. You cannot simply expect for Prince Charming to drop out of the sky with his own house and the ring in his hand already, You have to get to know people. You have to know what men to look for. You have to build a connection with them, and then kids happen and all that. These women, guys, they just fool around. They have their situationships, they have their nonsense going on. Even if they don't, they just focus on their career. And when they get to 30 and absolutely nobody knows them because they haven't put time into that, then suddenly, oh wow, why are no men interested in me anymore?
Going on 30 is tough, y'all. Like, it is tough. Like, I just feel like the pressure is on. I just feel like as I'm getting older as a woman, the pressure is on. And I just feel like it shouldn't be that way. But yeah, this transition going on from 20s to 30s is not as smooth as a transition that I thought it was going to be. Nonetheless, I am thankful for being blessed with more years of life, but your girl is a little nervous about how things are going to turn out.
The way things are going to turn out is you're going to end up alone forever. And in your last day on earth, you're going to be alone and nobody's going to care about you. And that is something self-inflicted. Guys, I'm going to close this video on this thought, and you leave me your thoughts down below. But women fought so hard for independence, for the ability to choose, for the ability to study, for all of that. And now that they have it, they just cannot handle their time. They cannot handle their priorities. They cannot work it out, man. And they always end up regretting it, It's like if you choose that career path and you are happy with it and you don't care about not having a family, good for you. If that makes you feel good, all right. But no, guys, they always end up whining. They always end up sad and bitter and alone and crying themselves to sleep every night. They just cannot handle their time. They cannot work it out, You fought so hard for this privilege and this responsibility, should I add, to be more independent. And now that you just fail miserably at it. It's not that hard, guys. It's not that hard. Like, women, your mother and grandmother and grandmother and the previous 400 generations have been able to secure men, have families and build up families and be nurturing and have many kids, plenty of kids. It's women nowadays that are not able to do it. And yes, I understand that the economy has changed, life has changed in general. Everything feels more rushed and all that. I do understand that. But just don't, put it in this light as if it's impossible. It's impossible to be a woman nowadays, because many women do succeed. Many women do create families while having a job, while chasing their interests, and they are able to do it. So if they can, you can as well. These women, guys, they don't ask for advice. The women that are in marriages, long-lasting marriages that are healthy and are growing well, they don't ask their mothers or their grandmothers for advice. No, they listen to the current narrative, the hedonistic narrative, to, oh yeah, just go be a boss, babe, go be a queen, you have all the time in the world, go to clubs, have your fun, men are at your feet, and they do all of that, and, well, there's no time left for a family. What a shocker. But thank you for watching, guys. Leave me your thoughts down below, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.